dad died, and I cannot fucking believe it. Um, just I don't know. Like it doesn't. I thought about this my entire life. My entire life, I thought about this, and like since a kid type shit, and it doesn't feel anything like I expected it to feel. Like, I've had some very, very close friends pass away suddenly. And that shit like devastated me, like beyond. So I expected this to be like 20 times worse. Um, and it is, but it's not. I expected it to like break me. Um, and it has, just not in the way that I thought. Like, my dad was a very hard, tough man, like very not a lot of not a lot of like affection, not a lot of affection. Just a lot of teaching and raising and tough love. Um that shit made me like just always want to be perfect for my dad. And I never felt like I was good enough for him. Never. Not like my entire life. I've never felt like I was good enough for my dad. And now, bro, like, at first, like, he went on May the 4th, like, and that's crazy because my dad loves Star Wars. Like, that was like one of our things when I was a kid. Star Wars is my shit. It's my dad's shit. And he went on May the 4th. If you know what I'm talking about, then you know. But, I just always wanted to be exactly like my dad. And it seemed so fucking difficult because my dad, finished high school, went to college, uh, worked his way up to manager at the place he was working, then quit and opened his own business. And it was successful for 20 fucking years, you know? That seemed impossible to me as a kid. I'm like, yo, I'm like trying to fill the shoes of a giant. And it still feels that way. Like, I know that I can, like, I know that I'm powerful and I can achieve things, but like, I also know that I can't be my dad. I have to be me. And one of the lessons that I'm learning from all this is like, you gotta look out for yourself, man. My dad tried to look out for himself all the way until the end. Like, he, man, my dad had kidney cancer, and I had no idea. I don't know if he knew. I think he did, but he was one who would like refuse medicine and shit. But he had kidney cancer, and it metastasized to his liver. A few years ago, he had a stroke, so his heart, he had like partial heart failure, fucking like all kind of shit. He had all kind of shit going on that nobody knew about. I don't know if he knew. I think he did, but. And so by the time like all this shit started happening, like, and now like I have like a gang of questions, and I just feel like of my 34 years, like the majority of that time has been spent trying to get my dad to love me like he did when I was a kid. You know, so when I was a kid, we was like this, and then like started getting older, started having my own thoughts, making my own decisions, and making bad decisions, and like the relationship just, you know, and so I spent a lot of years trying to get back, and I never could, and it feels very unfair, but it also feels like, I have to live for myself, you know, like not live to be something for my father or, you know, I don't know. But this is like a different kind of pain. Like I thought it would be like a lot of breaking down and boo-hooing, and I do, you know, but it's different. It's different. It's different. And just the thing that makes me cry the most is just thinking like I'll never be able to talk to my dad again. I'll never be able to hear his voice again, like ever. And people are telling me, you can still talk to him, and I know that I do talk to him, but like, dog, shit is fucking crazy. And then to know that I have to go through this again with my mother, and then I really like officially be alone, and I understand like I have two cousins that went through this with like both of their parents are gone, and I understand now like this shit is different, like um just a lot of wishes. I don't have a kid, you know. Dad's never gonna get to see. He got to see one grandchild from my sister, and I didn't understand I just didn't understand. I didn't understand the significance of having a child. I didn't understand the significance of leaving legacy and all that shit. I didn't understand until this. Like, I understood the significance of leaving a legacy, but my whole thing was like, the things I do and my spirit, my energy that I put out and leave here. It wasn't like a kid, but now I understand. And there's so many things like that I learned about my dad. There's so many things that I learned about my dad, like just from being down in North Carolina, where he's from, and talking to my family. They hurt me a little with their like, they're very religious, and in so many words, they told me that the voice that I'm hearing and following is not God because I haven't accepted Jesus. And that hurt me on a very deep level, because I came to them with my spiritual beliefs thinking that they would have some understanding, and they didn't. They did, but they didn't. And there's some other things that I won't speak on, but like just how people are wasn't shocking, but it was shocking because of the people it was, And I'll just leave it at that. And I just wish that if my dad knew about this shit, he would have told me, man, because we could have made some more memories. We could have made some more memories, and like maybe I could have helped him out a little more. I was trying to help him. I was definitely trying to help him, but like, didn't know it was so bad, you know. And then seeing him in the hospital bed, like not looking like himself, like me not recognizing my own father, that was a different kind of pain. And me talking to him and he can't talk back, that was a different kind of pain. Word, that was a different kind of pain, yo. Like, just looking at him, he's like awake, but not there really, because he's on all this medicine shit they got, like, that shit was bad, man. And I wish that, myself included, but I wish that the people in this situation weren't so selfish. You know, my dad told me always, my entire 34 years of life that I had him, he told me that he didn't want to be like, he didn't want to take medicine. He didn't want to fucking do dialysis, which he needed. He didn't want to do any of that shit. He didn't want to do any of that shit. And he was on that shit for some days. It was only a few days, but still, I wish that, I wish we could have just let him go when it was, anyway. It's a lot of fucking wishes. Like, if you still got both of your parents or either of your parents or anybody that fucking cares about you, spend that time and cherish that shit and fucking love them. And I know that's what everyone says, but they're all right, and you'll never understand until your parent is gone. Word. Word. It's just all the questions you got, all the shit you want to say, all the shit you want to ask. Ask that shit, and parents, answer that shit, truthfully, even if it's gonna hurt. The hurt will heal, the hurt will heal. It's better for your child to have them answers and to love you for who you really are than to love you for the image they created when they were a child. Word, man. Be for real with your kids about everything, even if you're fucking dying. Because I haven't, because this is very painful. This is very painful. So many like memories from when I was a kid just flash in my mind, and it's like, wow, man. So many things I was ungrateful for. So many things I was ungrateful for, But I'm grateful now. And wow. I feel my dad's spirit, but it does not make this shit easier at all. Yeah. I love you, Dad, and may the force be with you.